Cracking YouTube? It's me, your host Toon, aka the Comic Book Thug. Once again, bringing another comic book review. This time it's for BattleWorld Thors, issue number 1, Secret Wars. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. I actually was looking forward to this book. Not really a big fan of Thor per se, but I am a fan of this Secret Wars. Secret Wars story arc. So, kind of wanted to see what this was about. But the comic opens up and we see a bunch of Thors over top of a dead woman's body, and we come to realize that this is the 5th body in a week. I think they said a week that they said, but it's not only the 5th body, but like the 5th body in the 5th kingdom. Like it's been multiple bodies in different kingdoms. So the person in charge here is his name is Thunderer Thorleaf. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but Thorleaf. But but everybody calls him the Ultimate Thor. He's gonna want to be the Thor, the regular Thor, but whatever. Everybody calls him the Ultimate Thor, and he's in charge of all the Thors. And his partner is Beta Ray, who is the little horse face guy, the horse face Thor, and basically they're partners. And now they're on something called the all thing, and it's like because the Thors are like the police force and shit like that. So, but every now and then it's rare, but it gets something called the all thing, meaning like it's like the hardest case, and they gotta solve this case before before Doom gets involved. Because if Doom gets involved, that's when Thor start losing their hammers and everything like that. So they're scrambling. So they're scrambling to try to figure out who's the murderer. Who's the killer and all this. So Ultimate Thor, we're just gonna call him Ultimate Thor. Sends everybody on different paths, like groups of Thor and the destroyers of Thor and Storm. So he sends them all to question people in a nearby town that they're in called what's it called? Weird. It was Weird World. Weird World. They're in the town called Weird World. So after all the Thors leave, Beta Ray and Ultimate Thor, they run into some Ghost Riders. So they easily beat them. So later back at Doomguard, we see Ultimate Thor and Beta Ray. They took some of the Ghost Riders into custody. Before they went to go see I'm guessing it's gonna be Odin's son, because he got the patch over his eye and everything like that. And he's like the commander of all the Thors or whatever like that. So I'm guessing this takes place before Secret Wars 1, I want to say, or Secret Wars 2. I forgot. Secret Wars 2 maybe, because I thought this Odin son looking man was killed in one of the first early issues, but I could be wrong. But yeah, he yells at them and he says they better find out who's behind all this if they know what's good for them. So Thor goes to see the Thor's forensic science person, which is actually a frog, and his name is they said his name. I just forgot his name. I forgot his name, and I don't think they got his name in here, but he even said that he's just a forensic frog. I forgot his name, but it's a frog with a Thor hammer. It's just ridiculous. So they do come to one conclusion, that the 5 women that's been murdered from the are the same person. They just don't know the identity of the person, but they're the same woman. They're the same woman, just from different kingdoms, like that. So then we go to later in the city of Manhattan, and we see Thor is there having some drinks, and Beta Ray comes in, and he basically says that we're gonna solve this case. Don't worry about it. Just go home and get some rest. Beta Ray flies off to go see someone that his informant that they think can help solve his case, and we realize that it's Loki, like a homeless looking Loki or whatever. And then we see thunder in the sky. We go back to the bar, and all the Thors say, "Did you hear that?" And they fly off towards the sound. And in the alley, they see Beta Ray bleeding out. And Thor grabs him, Ultimate Thor grabs him, and Beta Ray basically says, the identity of the woman that's been getting killed, her name is Jane Foster. Big surprise, we knew it was gonna be something to do with Thor, like the Ultimate Thor, Jane Foster. And the comic ends with Beta Ray dying in Ultimate Thor's arm. That's how the comic ends. Wasn't a bad comment. Wasn't a bad comment whatsoever. Again, I guess you would have to be a Thor fan to really get in it. And in the beginning of this book, it felt like I was reading a CSI television show or something like that. Like, because it was just so much. They're like criminal. I mean, they're like sort of murderers, and they even say little things in it like, we have no forensic evidence to find out who this person is and stuff like that. It wasn't a bad book, but I'm hoping that it's not going to continue in this pace as far as like this crime type comic. Like I said, it felt like I was watching CSI or Law and Order or something like that. But other than that, if you're a Thor fan, I guess is a great pickup. Really doesn't have nothing to do. Well, it's only the first issue. I was about to say it has nothing to do with the Secret Wars, but it's only for the first issue, so I'm sure it's going to pick up, and you never know what might pop up out of this. But yeah, that was my review for Thor's issue number 1, BattleWorld Secret Wars. I probably said that all backwards and all wrong. Let me know in the comments below if you picked up this book, and if you did, let me know if you liked it or disliked it and why. Leave your positive and negative comments below. Like, subscribe, share. Follow my Twitter and my Instagram, which is in the description below. And as always, from me, your host, Tune, aka the Comic Club. Have a nice day.
That's all, folks.